Hello, FLATED friends. Before you watch this next road trip adventure, I just wanted to share with you a bit of the backstory. And this video almost wasn't going to be released, and we contemplated hard. And the reason is, this video was recorded between September 14th and about September 19th and 20th before coming back to Colorado. And it took place in Cape Lookout, North Carolina. As everyone is well aware of now, Hurricane Helene hit Asheville on September 27th, and just a devastating storm. Such a massive loss of life, of livelihoods, of people's homes. Life will never be the same for people in those communities. And in this video, you'll see driving along Highway 40 to Cape Lookout, spending time just north of Winston-Salem with my good friend up there, and then going to the coast. In the video, I rode out what was a tropical cyclone. I think I refer to it for a moment as riding out a hurricane. This storm was nothing like riding out what the people of Asheville did for 2 days and will continue to be punished by for weeks, months, and for years to come. One thing of note is that Steve Fisher, who's my great friend, lives in Asheville. I went in and spent 2 days in Black Mountain, went to the restaurant that he works out called the Bush Farmhouse, an incredible place. It was just annihilated by this storm. It is going to take such a long time for them to recover. But Steve went back to Cape Lookout about a day or two before the storm hit Asheville. And although things were okay for him out on the coast, his hometown got crushed. We sent a financial contribution to him to load up his boat and his truck with as much water and food and baby formula that he could carry to take back to Asheville. And I just got off the phone with him, and he said, you just have no idea. This place has been crushed, and he is one of tens of thousands that are going to be suffering from this. So we weren't going to let this video out, but made a decision that instead of dwelling or thinking about not sharing it because of what happened, I wanted to shed light on how beautiful and how special North Carolina is, and to encourage you to make contributions, donations, anything you can do to help, and to visit there as soon as they're ready, because it is truly one of my favorite places on this earth. It is beautiful. The people are so special, and we are so broken for what they're going through. Check out the video. North Carolina, we love you, and we are praying for you. Hello, FLATED friends and fellow roadies. Ken Hoeve with FLATED with your next episode of our road trip adventures. If you joined us during the last two episodes, we went up to Canada and then stopped in Montana on the way back to Colorado. I was in Colorado for about a week before it was time to hit the road once again. On this stretch of our trip, we are going to be bringing along our X-Venture trailer, because once we reach our destination, we have some serious car, truck, trailer camping to do. I'll share with you that in just a moment. But Hunter came along with me on this leg as well for a portion of it, as he wanted to go to the Smoky Mountain Truck Fest in Pigeon Forge. So we headed out, no hotels on this trip. Hunter slept underneath the air cap in the back of the truck, and then I slept in the trailer while he was along for this. And we slept in random places like parking lots and rest areas. And also along the way, got to visit some of our just amazing retailers. The first one was in Wichita, Kansas at Truck Stuff. This shop has everything. If you want to deck out your truck, you go there. From running boards and lights to truck toppers, you name it, they can outfit your truck, and really cool staff there. And then from Wichita, drove to Louisville, Kentucky to Louisville Toppers, where they sell so many toppers, it'll blow your mind. And they like our topper because super easy to outfit, and also while there's sometimes a 2-month wait list on toppers, they can get ours immediately and outfit people to hit the road. We left Louisville and then went to Pigeon Forge. I'd never been to Pigeon Forge. This place is nuts. Dollywood is there. They have this strip with just all this type of partying activity and bars. But the Smoky Mountain Truck Fest, unlike the Overland World and Overland Expo, these are like show trucks, big monster trucks, lights, huge tires and rims and sound systems. And as I mentioned, a whole lot of partying. And they also have their rod run, which every night people line the street of downtown Pigeon Forge, and it's like a parade of the most badass vehicles that you've ever seen for hours on end, hooting and hollering, horns going off. It's a good time. From there, dropped Hunter off in Knoxville at the airport. He flew back to Colorado, and now we're headed to Cape Lookout, North Carolina. And along the way, stopped off here in North Bend, which is just north of Winston-Salem. We have about a 4.5 hour drive to go to Cape Lookout. And you're wondering, why am I standing in a soybean field? It's because a friend of mine owns this parcel of land. It's been in his family for 3 generations. It has this old cabin on it with these beautiful glass windows. They have a little frisbee golf course here, and of course a fire pit. You have to have one of those in North Carolina. And I got everything rigged up. We're gonna continue to Cape Lookout, North Carolina. And the reason is that in September, the biggest redfish you can imagine pass through that area. And my goal on this episode is to hook into one, if not many, of those fish, all the while camping out on this semi-remote island that you take a ferry to. And I have to tell you, I'm always nervous when I predict what we're gonna do, because I feel if I don't accomplish that mission, it's gonna be a failure. But in this instance, I think I'm gonna do it. But this place is magic. So just going here is gonna be a gift and just a pleasure to be out there. So that's it. We're going to Cape Lookout, North Carolina. It's time to hook up. We have like a tropical depression or tropical cyclone or something like that. It is pouring rain right now. This is the moment of truth. The winds have died down just a little bit. It's got calmer. We're waiting to find out if we can get on the ferry now or if we have to wait another day. I'm hopeful. Let's see if this works. We are on the ferry. Huge. There's like 2+ foot seas out here, high winds. This storm is not done with us yet. Made it on the island, tried to go south, and ran into a few navigable puddles in the road, but then got to this one stretch. It was like a mile long and like 2 feet deep. It's gnarly. Yep, I'm out here. There it is. Check out how dry the air topper is. I'm going to bed. Waking up to check the aftermath of that storm. I've been through hurricanes, and that's like almost what a hurricane was like. We'll see. Oh, it's beautiful out. Hallelujah. The weather has cleared. It's actually beautiful and sunny. That's great news. Part of my plan on this trip, and the reason that I brought the boat motor, is that I also have an inflatable skiff, and we're gonna put the motor on that and then cruise around and look for some reds on the west side of the island, the side that's not closest to the ocean. Let's see how this goes. Success so far. That first little rat red I wasn't so fired up on that. And then right as I started to leave and started drifting back, that slot red hit. So it's gonna make some good fish tacos tonight. This is absolutely amazing. Today, I did catch a legal redfish, and although I typically catch and release, you're allowed to keep one. So we're gonna have an ocean-provided dinner sitting out here by the ocean. Ew! We are on day 3 of our trip. The Cape Lookout Lighthouse is right behind me, and as you can see, the weather has cleared up significantly. It is beautiful. And I'm waiting right now for my friend Steve Fisher to arrive, and just like clockwork, there's Fisher. It's time for the next round to get after it. Let's go.
Hoeve, look at this. It's a king. Oh my God. Oh my God. I was headed for where to start the day.
Oh my God.
Holy shit. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
For a king mackerel.
That guy. That guy. We've been here 15 minutes and he catches a king mackerel.
Now that's better than coffee in the morning. Some drag. And now he's going in the eddy. That's good for us.
Yes!
Hold this.
Woohoo! Yes. Success. This morning was ridiculous. King mackerel. We hooked into 2 of them, over 30 pounds. But now we are in the middle of the inlet.
As you're right, mate. Go, go, go. Sure.
All right, I'm back. My reel, as I was,
interrupted.
yeah, something just interrupted. I didn't land it though, but that's a good sign that we're on them right now. I am back on the ferry, headed back over to Davis, North Carolina, and so with that, I think I'll wrap up this road trip adventure. This one was absolutely awesome. Not only the 2,000-mile trip to get here, and by the way, I've got 2,000 miles to drive home over the next couple days, but also arriving in essentially hurricane conditions and camping out on the island in one of the gnarliest storms that I've ever experienced, and then sunshine coming out and getting into the fish with my great friend, and just camping and laughing and drinking beer and having a good time and driving through waist deep water and thankfully not getting stuck anywhere. But it's time now to get back to shore, clean up my stuff, go to the car wash, because my truck will never be the same. There is salt water everywhere. I'm gonna spend like 20 bucks just washing the vehicle and trying to get all the salt water out of it. And then from there, I'm headed back to Colorado. But just wanted to say thanks to everybody for making these adventures. You inspire me to do them, and I get email messages that tell me as such, you know, how much they love coming along for the ride. So this one was kind of a menagerie of pieces that I segmented together, but thanks guys, and thanks for the support. FLATED is absolutely off and running, and we couldn't do it without you. And the whole way home on this trip, I'm gonna be planning the next road trip adventure. Where to next?